Hey you guys, so I just wanted to make a stream. First of all, I do want to preface this and say I don't know anything about nutrition. I've always been kind of like an intuitive eater where if I feel like I need to eat something, then I'll just eat it. Like if I feel like, hey, my, you know, I, if I feel like I'm getting low on like vitamin C, like if my fingers are peeling, like my cuticles, then I'll take some vitamin C tablets. Anyway, for about, I think I think it's like 1.5 months or so. I haven't been eating any meat. I've been vegetarian. And I didn't really think this was a big deal. I was just eating a lot of tofu, eating a lot of beans. Well, mostly beans, but beans, rice, tofu, lentils, that's beans, veggie burgers, vegetables, tomatoes, onions, things like that. And what I didn't realize until today was my coffee intake went way up since then. I've been drinking so much coffee, and it's because in the morning I just feel sluggish. And there's been, all sorts of like little health issues I feel like I've been having. I felt like this brain fog. I felt like insomnia kicking in, um, digestive issues, and I couldn't really figure out what was causing it. I know for some people they say if you don't eat meat, you should take like supplements and things like that. But I've never been one to religiously take pills for whatever reason why I don't like taking pills constantly. So I was just eating rice, vegetable, not really any fruit, maybe an avocado once in a great moon. And today I woke up and I felt absolutely awful. Like I couldn't figure out what it was, but I had no energy and my joints hurt. it's it's just one of those things where it feels like you got hit by a car or something. um and I just really thought about it. I said, why do I feel so bad? And I remember speaking to you guys and sharing that normally, for a certain time of the month, I'm eating meat almost religiously afterwards because I usually feel so sluggish. But I haven't been doing that in a while. So today, I I just thought to myself, I can't deal with this. Like I just feel I feel like I'm in the pits. So I bought some meat, I bought lamb, and I cooked it. And I have to be honest with you guys. This is like the first time when I ate lamb, I swear my taste buds were dancing. It was really weird. It's like I ate it and I felt so much more energized than I know some people would say like, hey, maybe this is a placebo effect. But like I said, I've never been a big meat eater at all. There was a time in my life that I was going keto and I wasn't eating much at all. I was just basically eating meat and butter and keeping it low carb. But there was something really strange, very strange, and it took me aback. Like after I ate that lamb, I thought, wow, I feel much better. And since I don't know anything about diet, you guys, I'm kind of curious to know what do you think just made me feel energized about it. I want to say it's probably the animal fats. Maybe I'm lacking oil, but I've been cooking food in avocado oil. Sometimes I use olive oil. There's not a shortage of like sesame oil in my food, avocado oil. So I can't really figure out what it was. Um, and yeah, so I'm definitely more perked up than earlier, but I want to. I'm just curious to know what do you guys think the reason for that was nutritionally. And I've also been eating eggs, so I eat eggs every day almost, and with grass-fed butter. And that's the other thing that kind of surprised me because I would think that if I'm eating eggs with grass-fed butter, I shouldn't be feeling these kind of effects because I am at least getting some sort of animal fats in there. But it's just really bizarre to me, like eating some lamb, what, like 1/4 pound of lamb, and like it was just like mind blowing to me. It's just weird. No, he's not gonna go and no, Oreo's he's an obligate carnivore, so he is definitely a carnivore. He actually does much better on wet food, I noticed, than dry food, so I've been cutting down his dry food and giving him more wet food. Yeah, I don't eat that much meat. I'm thinking about changing my diet, so I'm eating at least, I would say, a pound of meat a month. But it just really surprised me. It really surprised me today. I wasn't in search of lamb or anything like that. I've kind of figured, hey, if I'm in a supermarket, I ideally want to buy the pasture raised grass fed option instead of like feedlot beef because I do care about animal welfare. And that's something that I've shared with you guys. Even though I am not a vegan or vegetarian, I do have concerns about the animals, and I do want to make choices where I feel like I'm either reducing my consumption of meat or I'm supporting farmers who are raising their animals in a better environment. So the eggs that I buy, I try to buy pasture raised eggs. And yeah, if I feel like the chickens have a better quality of life out there, then to me it's a better practice than just buying eggs from a chicken and that's trapped in a cage that never sees sunlight ever. So yeah. I had like I have like two pieces that I cooked. I ate one. I'm gonna go to the other piece, but I just felt compelled to make this stream. I know some of you guys are gonna say, really, Erica, you made a stream about eating lamb. Yes. It's weird. It's weird. It's one of those things where I just felt like my body was saying, you need to eat meat. Like you really need to eat meat today. And I ate it and I feel much better. And when I think back on what I was doing, it's just not healthy. Like I was eating so much sugar, so much coffee, always drinking coffee. I bought like a mug just to drink coffee every day from. And coincidentally, the timing of my coffee went up the more that the longer I just cut out meat. So I don't know if it's just a coincidence, but I've been drinking way more coffee now than I have been drinking in the past 2 years that I can recall. Yeah. I also think my other issue could have been low protein, and the reason why I say that is I don't like drinking protein shakes, and I don't like eating large quantities of beans and tofu. I don't eat too much. Not saying I don't eat it all, but I just don't like eating too much beans and too much um, tofu for whatever reason. Like small portions work for me, so that's why I think meat when I was trying to eat like low carb, I was trying to do like the carnivore diet for a brief period of time. Yeah. Steak tartare sort of thing. I was eating a lot less because it was so satiating. It was so filling. Am I eating enough calories? I feel like I'm eating too many carbs right now. That's a problem. Like too much carbs and not enough protein. But it just blew my mind because I'm thinking I'm eating, vegetables, I'm eating beans, I'm eating tofu, I'm eating rice. This actually should be good enough with the eggs and the butter, but it's like after today I just kind of realized like, hey, I do need some meat. And I know some of you might be longtime vegetarians or vegans, but let me know how you guys do it because like I said, I'm just kind of curious to know how people, feel constant on that kind of diet where Like me, I felt like I was just, just kind of going down slowly. Like energy levels going down, coffee intake going up. Yeah, I mean, like I was eating, rice, like I said, rice, beans, tofu, vegetables. It's not fried, like heavily fried foods at all. And I know there's going to be people out there who are going to say, Erica, the reason why you probably felt that way or the reason why you have like energy issues is because you're doing the diet wrong. And I should probably see a nutritionist so I could get my diet right. But it just, it just makes me think like, okay, if I want to do my diet right, and this isn't just me vocalizing, should I be counting calories and should I be tracking things? Because I've always just, eaten whatever I've wanted to eat. If I feel a little lethargic, I, I would say, okay, let's just up my protein a bit. But it's gotten to a point where I can't really gauge how much beans I need or if I'm eating too much rice or, yeah. It's, like I eat a lot of spinach, for instance. Hmm. Yeah, I'm taking iron tablets too. But I also know for vegetarians, you're supposed to take things like supplements. I think it's like B12. I don't take any of that stuff. Like I said, I never been one of those pill takers. Like one of those people who say, "Okay, I'm gonna take pills every single day and buy this pill." I've just kind of been like touch and go. So before, if I felt like, hey, I want to eat some salmon, I would just pick up salmon, and I'm eating too much rice, cut down the rice, and yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's my thinking. Like I've no, like I've been eating eggs almost every single day, so I can't call myself a vegan at all. And I don't like the whole idea of you have to have 100 percent purity, either that or you're a failure at anything. I don't ever intend to be 100% at anything. I really don't. No, I eat eggs almost every single day. I don't ever see myself going vegan because it's like cutting out the butter, cutting out the eggs. It would just be really, really tough. And I feel like today was kind of, one of those points where it just made me very aware. Hey, even if you eat a lot of beans and even if you eat vegetables and rice and trying to get your 3 meals a day in, there's just something that I'm missing from my diet. And I don't know what it is. Maybe I need a blood test, but it made me feel really like lousy. And it didn't go away until I finally ate meat. I eat eggs almost every single day. But this is just, my experience with this kind of stuff. But it's just strange. Like I don't know about it nutrition enough to say why I felt so much better eating meat. It's not like I've been craving eating meat for a really long time at all. It's just today I just woke up and I just felt really bad and it's like you wake up and you have like joint pain and you think, gosh, I feel like I have no energy. I feel so lethargic. And then you just have this idea in your head, like eat meat. So then finally I eat meat and then I feel so much better. And I'm not saying like I'm at 100%, but I feel like I have more energy. And the only thing that changed was like a small piece of meat. I'm not a big fan of like Indian food. I don't really like the spices in Indian food too much. It has like a lot of spices. The other thing too that I've had problems with eating a lot of beans is digestive issues. So sometimes I have to take like digestive pills. And this is something that I took until after I've adopted a more vegetarian like diet. Yeah, I made a protein shake earlier too. So I thought maybe it was a protein. So I have a vegan. No, is it vegan? No, it has milk in it. A vegetarian protein shake. I very, very rarely drink that stuff. And then I drank it and I was still feeling not so great. Then I thought, okay, let me just go to the supermarket. I'll buy some like half pound of lamb. And then I ate one fourth of it. One fourth, I mean, like one fourth a pound. And I felt so much better. It's weird. It's weird. I would have thought the protein shake would do more, but it didn't. Maybe it's a combination of things. Yeah, I felt really bloated. That's the problem. Like I felt really bloated, and it's bloated, and then you have like stomach pains, and that's where the digestive pills come in, and yeah. You have to work a little spam. Nah, actually, I'm not really a big fan of spam. I eat maybe a spam musubi about 4 times a year tops. It's really processed, so I try not to eat it too much. I never bought a can of spam in years for myself. That's how little spam I ate. Yeah, I've taken iron pills too. That's the other thing too. We have like iron gummies. And I think they say what spinach has iron in it, right? So I've been eating spinach almost daily. I was kind of aware of that, so that's why I've been trying to do it with the plant-based stuff. But yeah, it's one of those things that just boggles my mind. I would think in like this day and age, I would be able to just say, hey, let me just eat more beans or eat more spinach, and maybe that'll take care of it, or butter and eggs. But obviously, whatever it is today, maybe it's just an off day, who knows? But it was just, yeah, I can't figure it out. Yeah, we do have iron supplements. Oh, that's funny that you say beans and tomato. I cook with tomato all the time. I cook with tomato all the time. Tomato. So basically, when I'm cooking, it's like spinach, tomato, eggs, onions, avocado oil, sesame oil, garlic, uh, green pepper. Let me think. What else is there? Tofu, that sort of thing. And then like additional spices, whatever like recipe calls. But those are like the main things with rice. Oh, Oreo, what you doing? I know he's very distracting. Did I tell you guys I've been putting Oreo on a little diet? I've been cutting down his dry food and putting him on more wet food. It's because I think that he has digestive issues, and it makes it worse if he eats too much dry food. So he goes on his wet food. And then after he eats his wet food, 1 hour later, then I give him the dry food. I also give him about half the dry food that I was giving him before. I think I was giving them way too much dry food, which is just this free feeding thing. Yep, there he goes again. Well, anyway, I gotta pet him. Okay, here, he gets a little pet. Oreo, Oreo, you wanna face this way? Oreo. I don't know. He's in. I call this his predator stance. He's kind of like crouching a little. You see him? He's not really sitting, but he's like kind of crouching. But I don't know what he's trying to chase after. He just does this stance for quite some time. But yeah. And then the other thing too, which is really strange to me, I feel like when you eat more like carbs or more more high carb food, like I get more hungry. And I noticed this with Lewis as well. Like I kind of struggle with this because when I make his food, I try to include like beans and rice and tofu and all those high protein options, but I can't help but think, I'm giving him a lot of carbs. I like to lower his carb intake, but the problem is that if I don't give him, I can't really think of like a high protein, low carb vegetarian option. Like I think even tofu is kind of considered high in carbs, but maybe it's just me. But like I get tired of eating tofu after a while. Like there's only so much tofu and lentils and beans I can eat after I'm like, oh, tofu, lentils. Yeah, but like tofu beans, tofu. It's just like, yeah. So I was looking at some recipes today, and I thought, oh, geez, here we go again. Here we go again. Maybe, and I think that's where like those processed plant-based meats come in, because when I look at some of these recipes, they're like, oh yeah, you could have like a high protein, like vegetarian diet. Just use lentils. And I'm like, I've been using lentils for the longest time. Oh, put some tomatoes in it. I've been putting tomatoes in there. Put some bay leaf and onions. Yep, I've already been doing that. Put some turmeric. Yep, been doing that. Cumin. Yep, been doing that. Lime and cilantro. I guess I could flavor the beans a little differently, but it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how to really. I don't know if I'm feeling like a picky eater, but I feel like I have like limited choices of beans after a while. I was looking into TVP too, but I'm not a big fan of TVP, that texturized vegetable protein stuff. It's I heard it's not too healthy. That's what I heard. And it's made out of soy too, if I remember correctly. Morningstar veggie burgers. We have so many veggie burgers. We've tried so much different brands of veggie burgers. I think, yeah, it's just so many veggie burgers. Salad elegance. Oh, maybe I'll look into that. Ooh, that sounds pretty good actually. Hot peanut paste used in chili. Oh. Yeah, I gotta figure something out. Like I wanted to kind of change up the flavors. So I thought, oh, let me try and make some like Japanese flavored tofu. But what I didn't realize is Japanese cooking has so much uh, like meat or fish based flavoring in there. Like dashi is like bonito broth, like that's like dried fish flakes. That's a big one. Or yeah, I was just kind of surprised. So for me, when I flavor a lot of things, it's usually sesame oil right now. Sesame oil for kind of like an Asian flavoring with some chili sauce of sorts. But yeah. Do I eat fish? I do eat fish, but I try to limit it. I don't think I've cooked any fish here, for sure. Are you asking Oreo how his hair becomes so shiny? His hair becomes shiny because he eats Royal Canin, digest sensitive. I take no credit for it. It's really just the food. I noticed the cats do look much better after we change their food. It's definitely more expensive, but it seems like it works for them really well. It makes their coats really shiny. Yeah, like I know the Japanese diet is usually something like grilled fish and miso soup with miso soup. You know what? I have a really nice recipe for a miso soup if anyone's interested. If you cook and this isn't vegetarian at all. If you cook like a miso soup and then you add in bacon and konnyaku and bacon, konnyaku, onions and carrots, it's really nice. It's really nice. It's really really tasty. But um if I make that, obviously I can't share it with Lewis, so I don't make that. Japanese food has a lot of like fish and meat in it. Lots of fish, mostly fish. Or it's or like the broth for like their ramens have like pork based, if I remember correctly. I really like Japanese food. Hello? Oh, look at you. Are you tired, Oreo? Yeah, but the bacon is not the bacon obviously isn't vegetarian. Oreo, come here. Where are you going, little one? Hmm? Oh, looks like Oreo's going off camera. Think he's going off onto his hidey hole. Right there. That is his sleeping spot. It's really strange. He likes sleeping there. That is an old sweater. And he just makes his little cat bed there. Very, very strange. Oh, Kewpie mayonnaise is good. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like I didn't realize like there's so few Asian grocery stores around here. So I haven't seen like kimchi around the area in the longest time. Technically, kimchi is not uh, vegetarian because a lot of the kimchi includes fish sauce in it. No, I haven't been eating corn. The only time I ate corn was when I made that live stream. I just had one box of it, and that was it. But I think there's something missing in my diet, and maybe it's something in animal fats. Maybe it's I don't really want to say it's protein, but there's something missing in my diet. And I don't know what animal fats have specifically in it. Because if it comes down to protein, I would think that I would be able to get adequate protein from beans and tofu and things like that. But you know, just there's just something missing. I can't figure out what it is. Oh, my favorite dumplings is like the Trader Joe's dumplings. Oh, that is so good. I love dumplings very, very much. Yeah, kimchi fried rice is amazing. I love kimchi fried rice. When I was in Hawaii, I used to eat, gosh, we had so much Asian food. So we would eat like pho, we would eat like, whatchamacallit it? Like, spicy pork belly sort of thing. Not enough chili. Ooh, I've never tried a Chinese curry. Yeah, I haven't gone to Trader Joe's in such a long time. Normally, I go there every week, but with the situation about um, I want to choose my words selectively, about the LD. If you get my drift, LD. Think about that, the initials. Um, I figure that that's why there's such big lines for Trader Joe's. I don't want to wait in line. Lewis and I went there. The line there looked like it was about 1.5 to 2 hours long. And from experience, if I wait in a line for 2 hours, I can almost be guaranteed there's not going to be much stuff there because everybody else who's waiting there wants to pack enough stuff so they don't have to wait another 2 hour line. I don't take any omega 3s. I don't take any of those supplement things. See ya, Buzz. Actually, you know what? If you go to like a small grocery store, like a local grocery store, there's really no line. But once you go to these big chain stores, you can expect a line. I don't want my stream to, get taken down. That's all. I kind of figure like I don't want to set off anything in the algo if you get my drift. So, yeah. Mm. What groceries can you order online? Well, even if I order groceries, how am I going to get my groceries? A lot of these delivery people, they don't deliver groceries to people. And I don't really see a sense of having my groceries delivered. There's no point. If they do deliver groceries, they'll probably have to go to the store. And I don't really want Lewis to have to bring the groceries over here. It makes more sense for them to bring the groceries to me directly. But yeah, they don't a lot of the grocery people I notice, at least for Amazon Fresh, they only like to travel to central like Manhattan area. Hmm. Actually, it's I don't even have monetization on this channel. That's why you guys never see any ads. Or if you are seeing ads, it's not from me. Oh, that reminds me. So I've been changing my little setup here. Hold up. So I might have shown you my little. I'll probably make another stream about this separately. But what I've done is, I think I told you that I was bringing this little luggage bag. Let me show this to you guys because I'm already here. I was bringing this luggage bag to the grocery store. Ah! So this is a luggage bag. So what I do is I put my stuff in the luggage bag. I know. Look at that. It's an old luggage bag. But I just put it inside the luggage bag and I keep the plastic bags, the ones that I usually have for the produce bags. I keep that here and I reuse them. And then if I need another bag, I just put them over here. So I have like my reusable bag over here, and I have my little paper bag over here. I've been trying to reduce my my consumption of bags and trying to be more eco-friendly. And that's one of the reasons why I've been trying to reduce my meat intake, because I figure like, hey, I'm gonna do my part to reduce meat intake. I've never had the, goal of reducing meat by 100%, because I figure, hey, if I'm out and it's a cultural thing, or if my family's around, I don't want to tell them, hey, even though we're going out to a family outing, I absolutely cannot eat meat 100%. Like my family, we have Thanksgiving every year, and it's a big thing where everybody all comes together, and they make the turkey, and they make all this all this Chinese food with meat in it. And yeah, it's one of those things. Like I try to have very flexible dietary habits, so I can reduce my intake, but 100%, I don't really see that happening. And I think that, I don't want to think about it as being like an all or nothing sort of thing. I know some people, when they have diets, oh my goodness, when they have diets, and I think it's an unhealthy mentality where they say, hey, if I have like one mess up, then then you're a fake person. And that's one of the things, like, I don't really want to get off tangent, but I've watched channels where some people are vegan, and it saddens me when one person, they say like, hey, they had eggs, and people are like criticizing them for saying like, oh, you had eggs, like you messed up, you're not a vegan, you're a vegetarian, and if you really, why did you eat those eggs? Don't you care about the animals? And then you start seeing, the pitchforks coming off. And this is a person who's, I understand like they might have positioned themselves as a vegan, but to just have their community, or a subset of their community, just go after them for having eggs inside of the refrigerator, it's like, oh my gosh. So I don't think I would ever do, I don't, that's the reason why, like, I would never ever stick to one diet and just say like, this is my diet forever and ever and ever. I've always had like a very flexible diet. But it's kind of scary to me how some people um, in communities can just be like all or nothing. Like if you have one mess up, pitchforks come out. I remember hearing there was this whole controversy. There was this guy, and I might be remembering some details wrong. I'm pretty damn sure he said he's like a vegan, right? And then he showed a picture of his refrigerator, and then people saw eggs in there, and they just went crazy. They're like, what? This guy has eggs in his refrigerator. He had to make this like apology video of sorts. And I was just like, what? What? And he was like, yeah, I did it temporarily, but I don't eat it anymore. That's my roommates. It's like, yeah. JP says if he was to be vegetarian, it would be for ethical reasons, but I would have no problem with wild caught meat. Yeah. It depends, because it depends on how you see it. Some people, they don't like the idea of an animal being harmed. So the fact that you would be extinguishing the life of a sentient being would be, like, what's the difference? Like, why would you be okay with that? Right? And you got those people who are very much into animal rights. But for me, the way I see it is, I always think about animal welfare. I do believe that reducing meat intake is important. Of having eating meat is more, um, it takes more resources in the environment. So hey, if you want to lower your meat intake, go for it. Definitely, go for it. If you want to have catch a wild caught fish, and it lived in a, really good life apart from its slaughter, then that is your choice, and I respect that. No, it's So the problem with putting eggs in the fridge is if you are a vegan, you are not supposed to be eating eggs at all. So if someone catches you with eggs in your refrigerator, then you could be seen as a fake, right? And then you have some people say things like, you know, you're not a vegan, or why are you calling yourself a vegan if you've been caught red-handed with eggs in your refrigerator? Hello there. Mario, do you want to go in the suitcase? Let's see. Will he go in the suitcase? I've caught him in my suitcase a few times. Hey, Vladimir. No, I mean, like, I make no statements about my diet. I've always just said like, hey, I try to have a flexible diet, but I've been kind of trying to I've been trying to ooh, look at this cat. I've been trying to understand nutrition a bit more, so I'm kind of curious to know, why did I feel better eating meat, and why was it so quickly? Was it really the animal fats? Was it what's in animal fat specifically? Okay. Okay, Oreo. Let's see if he's gonna make a home in this. I'm tempted to throw the top on him if he sits. Is he gonna sit? Oh, he looks like he's about to sit. I know you want to make that into a bed, Oreo. No, he's not gonna make a litter box out of this thing. Nope, he's out of here. So this is an old suitcase. I'm just repurposing it. We were actually gonna throw this out, but I figure, hey, it has a good purpose as a grocery carrier. So I normally put the heavy stuff on the bottom, on this side here, and then I put the lighter stuff on the top here, because when I zip it up, right, the lighter stuff and the more fragile stuff stays on top. So that's why on this end I put the heavier, more durable stuff. So like tomatoes would go up here. Well, we have, how many suitcases do we have over here? I think we have like 4 suitcases. This was the tiniest one. Yeah, I've been trying to practice zero waste over here. I've been trying to, and I know this is, I don't really, like, the idea of zero waste is interesting to me. It's intriguing. I realize, like, we have so much plastic packaging that we get in, but I've been trying to think of ways to reduce the packaging that's coming in, or plastic bags, or repurpose them. So if you look at over here, and I'm sure you guys have seen this wonderful, beautiful pile over here. See all this? These are the bags that I actually put the kitty poop in. So it goes in there. And then afterwards, I tape the top up. I know, plastic, I know. But I tape the top up and then I put it in the trash. So that's why we have like this big stack of like Amazon mailers and, You know, this kind of like poly bags, da 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 da. Either that or I would just go straight to the trash. And these cats actually poop quite a bit. They really do. Hello? Did you guys see my Blackberry video today? I kept laughing because when Blackberry has a very cute face, but I didn't realize she has her like MySpace angles. If you look at her from the bottom, so she's on top of you, she doesn't look like she has the most photogenic face from that angle. Okay. Oreo, Vladimir wants me to scratch your ears, okay? Oreo, I'm trying to scratch your ears. And I also noticed when I cut down Oreo's dry food, he has less dander. So I don't know if he's allergic to something or it's sheer coincidence, but I think he does much better on wet food than he does on dry food. His poops are less stinky. He has less dander, and yeah, I just feel like maybe he's allergic to something in the dry food. The digest sensitive dry food. Yeah, my art's still here. Oh, look at my unicorn. Oh, it's so cute. I love my unicorn. There's actually another nail hanging. There's actually 3 up there. So you see how there's like 3 nails over there? There's actually like 2 more over here somewhere. I saw a cat when I was going grocery shopping. There was a cat right next to the apartment where we're at, and it had similar markings to Oreo, and I couldn't help but wonder if that cat was actually related to Oreo. It was a black and white cat. I could only see the back of it too, but I knew it was black and white, kind of similar to Oreo. And I know Oreo used to hang around the block per the neighbors. So I was looking at that kitty, and I couldn't help but think that maybe they're related. Can you guys see Oreo? Maybe you can. Hello? It's like a little cuddle bug. Oh, you want to look at the finalized cable management? Sure. Hold up. Okay, Oreo. I'm going to have to move the camera from you. Okay. So, hold up. By the way, this is like the e-waste pile, and I've just kind of kept it here for a little bit because I'm kind of curious to know if I can salvage anything from that. But, okay, so I'm going to give you guys a quick walkthrough over here. I took some of your tips, and I'll tell you what tips I took. So when you look at over here, there's a cable that snakes under here. I can't seem to lower it. I wish this cable was longer because this is a trip hazard. I don't know if you can see it, but it is a trip hazard. But other than that, like the cables are behind the speakers, and I've kind of bundled them. I just been bundling. And I didn't end up going with the shoebox idea because I couldn't figure out what to do. I'm gonna turn that off for now. So I found this old box and I put this on top of here. That, I think it got knocked on the ground. But someone had recommended that for the power brick here, that I put it on top. So I actually put the cable tie here and I MacGyvered it because it was too short. So I did a cable tie looped with another cable tie, and then I used a twist tie, yes, a twist tie, to tighten it. And that way, when you move it, it doesn't run on anything, you see? So this whole area is free. Like the wheels here, so this is above. That way, nothing gets run over. And then we also have this HDMI capture thingy, jingy, and I bundled it over here. I bundled it right here, so that way I felt like it wouldn't go loose, and then bundled it over here. I felt like these could be like 2 potential stress points. So one bundle here, one bundle here, one bundle here, and then one bundle here. So that was the only real change that I made. And it was a really good idea. I forgot who left me that comment, but thank you so much because it really does make a difference. And that way this doesn't get run over by any cables. I think you're supposed to buy a longer cable tie. Not just like with the short little itty bitty cable tie. So let me show you guys what I did. So when I talk about this, because if you guys aren't familiar with cable ties, so I just did this. Oh, where is it? Yeah, I'm full of MacGyvering stuff around here. So I looped one within the other. So I just kind of looped it through. And then this part wouldn't stick here, so I ended up twisting it and then sticking it on the back here. And that was pretty good. And then I just put this around. Tightened it as best I could. Ah. Wait a second. How did I do this? Did I wrap it inside? Hold up a second. This is one of those things where I kind of just fiddle-faddle with it. Okay. Yeah, I had to wrap it off in the back. So it doesn't stick like this, so I had to twist it. And that's why I use the cable tie there. To kind of hold it in place. Grr. I gotta get off onto the other side, I think. And tuck it underneath. Oh. Okay. See? So it's kind of stuck. And then I just kind of put this in over here. Yeah, this is not like professional at all. I know that. But it works. And I can always just redo it afterwards. I just undid it because I wanted to show you guys. This is one of the reasons why when I do this cable management stuff, I don't like doing a live stream because it's a lot of experimentation. And I figure, hey, if I do a lot of experimentation, I don't know if I really want that on a live stream. It's just like, let's see what we have around the apartment and let's see what I can use to make sure that this this works or it does the job. This is not, you know, one of those, hey, I'm a professional and let me show you how to do it in a super sleek manner. I know some YouTubers, they say like, oh, you know, look how awesome my professional cable management stuff is. And here I am like, yeah, I think that works. That worked pretty well. That gets the job done. It's good enough. Yeah, that's me. So, yeah. This part, yeah, this doesn't really go there. Here we go. So, oh, the label is down? Actually, oh, I see what you're saying. Oh. I don't know, because it's snaked out this way. I guess I could. But then I feel like I would have to turn away this whole cable here, so I'm just going to leave it. Turn the power supply 90 degrees. Okay. Wait, what do you mean 90 degrees? You mean like that? Hey, I wonder if that would work. I don't know, that's like a lot of weight here. Let's see. I think I tried it and I realized it wouldn't hold the weight. Or like this? Yeah, I don't think it's gonna go like this. That's too much. Let's at least put it upside down. How's that? Ah! I don't know if it can hold like this. Hey! Looky, looky. Maybe I'll hold. Let's see. I wish this could stick, but I feel like if I want to stick, I have to hold up. Hold up. Let me try and switch it. I'm just fiddle-faddling, by the way. Okay, so I flipped this thing over. So that way they're on the same side this way. And then I kind of did this like lazy thing over here. Let's see if this works. So I know I'm gonna trigger someone. So I want to see if it would be. Should I put it this way? Yeah, I'll put it this way. Let's see if this works. I don't know if the zip tie, I don't know if the cable tie can actually hold it up like this. But we'll see. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay, it's kind of loose, but it does work. Yeah, I'm gonna need another two. It's kind of a lot of weight. If I do that, I can probably tighten it. I need like one more hand here. Oh! Okay, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it came out. It came apart. Hold up. Hold up. Do I do this? How I did this? It's like something like that, and then yeah. I'm gonna need to flip one. So this kind of stuff, like it's just a lot of fiddle and battling. Is it this way? Grr. Okay, let's try that way here. If I put this through, stick to itself. Okay, I'll stick that way. So I gotta do one more of this. Now grab another cable tie. Another two. My bad. Who is running? Oh, Oreo, my little athletic cat. So, let's see. Where'd my cable tie go? Oh, hello, Oreo. He's right behind me. Look at this guy. Oreo, you want to help me with this? Huh? You think you got this? Huh? Oreo, I just moved the camera for you. So I'm just going to copy it exactly how it is here. I don't know how it works, but I'm just going to copy it the way I see it here. It's like a lot of trial and error stuff. So there's like a, I call it a smooth side and a sticky side. So I have, yeah, the smooth side over here. And then I need to just put another one, smooth side over here. This thing stuck to my shirt. Let's see. See if that sticks. And it sticks. Okay. So I just kind of smooth side this way, and then I just overlap that with that. So let's go back over here with my strips. Let's see how this works. I think doing it like this would be good. So I normally like doing, see if it works like this. It's no trial and error here. What's that? Oh, excess. Does that stick? That does stick. Okay. There's one. There we go. Two over here. This is probably when I wouldn't mind having another person here. I'd be like, can you hold this up while I try to tighten this best I can? But it seems like it works. I want to do a better job at it, so. Come on, where'd this thing go? I'm just trying to make this even, like over here and over here. Yeah. Not bad, I think. I think that looks better. What do you guys think? And for that one person who was like triggered by the label's pointing over here. Yeah, I don't see anything happening over here. These zip tie things are sure addicting. I gotta say that these zip ties are very addicting. I feel like a person who has their own cables, you can just have like a whole bunch out, and while you're watching a commercial break or something, be like, I'm gonna do some cable management right now. What's your hobby? Cable management. Yeah, I put a cable tie right over there. I don't know if you guys can see it. That way this part would never drop. I could actually put one over here too. Oh, maybe I should. It's not necessary though. But I do have two cable ties over there, so it would make sense if I had two cable ties over here. Or at least one over here. So that way it doesn't have this big loop over here. Yeah, I'm gonna put one more. Oh! This is how Velcro probably makes money. People who are like, oh, I'm just gonna put one more cable tie around here. How did I do this one? Do you hear that meowing? That's Oreo. Oh, I didn't take this thing off. There we go. I think that looks better. Yay! It looks a little better. Yeah, it looks a little neater. I remember when I got this kit, I thought to myself, man, 100 is so many cable ties. I don't need that much. But then it starts getting into like, oh, we need to flatten this thing out. I feel like if you work at this, you could like have your setup and like every day you just look at this stuff and you're like, okay, I just need to do one more over here, one more. Yeah, but I think other than that, this is pretty nice. Here's my stuff. So it goes over there. I wanted to actually thread it up over that the shelf here, but it wasn't long enough. So that's why it has to go underneath it. And then I cable tied it there, cable tied it here, cable tied it here, cable tied it here, cable tied it there, there. Just so many cable ties. Yeah, one thing about Lewis is that I want to get another storage cabinet. He has so much tech stuff that, and I know I can't learn it all, and I know this makes me sound really incapable, but there's just certain chords, like if I don't use them, I won't really have a reason to remember what they're for. Does that make sense, you guys? Like, if you're helping like someone in a lab and you don't know what those tools are, it might be kind of like, what, I don't know how you use this thing or what this goes for. But all I've told him is just tell me, is this an audio cable? Is this a computer cable? Or is this like a microphone cable? I mean, a video cable. Like that's all he has to tell me, and as long as he tells me that, then I can put it in a box. Ah, guitar. Yeah, I'm not chopping any of these Velcro ties. I actually have another pack of cable ties over here. An unopened one. It was on the mantelpiece. So you guys might remember this. This was his. This one used to be full of like flash drives, hard drives, just so much crap. And the way to banish the crap is just make sure everything has something here. And yeah, I think this thing is crooked now. Okay, maybe it's still not straight, but it's okay. Ah! Okay, well, anyway, short. As long as there's something over here, I feel like there's no reason for anything else to be here. Because if you put like something like this here, it's gonna stand out. And that's actually what happened over here. So if you look at the kitchen area, I need to really work on this stuff. I really do. Like he was fixing the light and he just put that thing over there. And this is like the box of stuff. And we have like coins here. This is mine, so I do admit that. And yeah. So like this part I need to fix it up. But I feel like I've done quite a bit around the house. That's why I said like there's certain areas that I still need to work on. But I'm just working slowly but surely. And then I made a purchase recently. Let me I might show you guys this. I'll show you guys after I'm done cooking dinner. Or maybe tomorrow, but I'm also planning to get a couch protector over here because he's been using this conditioning oil for his hair, and it's actually been leaving stains on the couch over there. So that's why I have a t-shirt. But I felt like if I have a couch protector here, that way it would protect the couch from any oil stains or, cat stuff around here. And the couch protector, I hope it's a good one. I mean, like, I hope it matches the color of the couch. I figured, well, I want this couch to last a really long time. I think the couch was like $500. So $30 protector for someone who has conditioning oil in their hair plus 3 cats, definitely worth it. Yep. So you're gonna see a couch protector on that thing soon. It's one of those ones that you see with the dogs, where it looks like a quilt that goes over here and then goes over the top. No, it's you know what I'm talking about though, right? The stuff that it looks like a quilt that goes over the top and then on the seat area and then over there and over there. Oh, Amber's husband got a ThinkPad. Yeah, Melissa has been recommending ThinkPads for the longest time. For me, I like my MacBook, but my MacBook is getting slower. She's getting slower. I don't know if it's the age of the machine or some issue, or I definitely need to get a new hard drive because she's running out of space. No, it's called actually like a couch protector. So when it comes in, oh, hello there. Hello, Oreo. Hello. Oh, look at this grooming kit. Oh, look at you. No. It's not plastic. It's fabric. So it looks like a quilt that goes over it. So, yeah, this place is coming along slowly but surely. Oh, look, talk about cat. Look who came over here. Everybody thinks that is a bloody blanket, but that's actually a burrito blanket that someone sent over here. It's like some people, they put those things in their cars, you know, like car seat protectors for dogs. You guys might know what I'm talking about. Yeah. I think Oreo ran off somewhere. But I need to go and... How did the cats like the cat, and if you got them? What do you mean, how did the cat like the cat? Oh, catnip. Oh, yeah, we did get the catnip. The cats love the catnip so much. We actually have, like, all sorts of catnip. This is how much focus there is on the cats. The only thing in this drawer is cat stuff. We got calming spray, catnip spray, conditioning spray, brushes. More brushes. Yeah. This whole box over here is just for cat stuff. And then we also have butt wipes up there. Yep. No, the cats actually do use it. So Blackberry will sleep on the third one. That one right there. And then Oriole sometimes hides over here. Here. Oriole has not... None of the cats have gone up the steps. But Oriole sometimes stays over there. Usually when he's mad at us. Like if we cleaned his butt, he'll sometimes go in his own timeout over there. He needs his space. And yeah, Blackberry's over there, and then sometimes she scratches that scratch post right there. So this does have a purpose. It doesn't get used that often, but that's the way cats are. Sad thing, the window is blocked. The window is blocked by acoustic panels. See that? We got acoustic. Yeah, all these acoustic panels here. So many acoustic panels. That's the thing about Lewis, like if you notice, he will overbuy on acoustic panels. So we have about... I think they have like something like 15 extra acoustic panels inside of the new store right now. And there is... I think 8 acoustic panels unused over here. So lots of acoustic panels. And it was funny because he told me he thought he underbought for acoustic panels, and I'm like, what? Yeah, I didn't put the TV over there. Yeah, he really loves his audio. So also, in case you guys didn't know, the reason why we do have acoustic panels in front of the speakers is because Mr. Clinton was scratching up the old ones. So he had to get this redone because Clinton absolutely destroyed it. So that's why he has acoustic panels placed right in front of them. That way the cats don't scratch it. Or at least not the front of it. I have not seen any of the cats scratch the sides of it yet. But he'd rather have them scratch the acoustic panels than have this repurposed. Why not put some of the panels on the bare wall? There's so many acoustic panels over here. So many. It's a Vandersteen something something. I don't know which one it is. Let's see. Can I find the name here? Oh, Vandersteen Model 3. Here. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh, it might be too dark over here. But it says Van... does it say 3? No, it just says Model 3. That's all it says. I don't see a C over here. But Yeah. So that is how everything is right here. I'm pretty happy with the cable management thing. I'm off to do more things. I've actually put some shelving up, and I'm gonna definitely show you guys that in another video. Not today, because the kitchen looks like an absolute mess right now. I have my food out. I want to organize things a little bit more before I show you the kitchen. But there's a glimpse of the top. Oh my goodness. So much stuff. I asked him, I said, do you want me to put that away? And he said, no, he's still working on it. Like, he has to fix his light. And that stuff is all his stuff over there. And I need to drink that little bitter thingy over there and put it with some drink. And this stuff is just coins. Yeah. So I got to figure out a solution for that. Yeah. And there's just so much paperwork around here. So much paperwork. Oh, he's streaming right now? Oh, Lewis's stream is way more interesting than mine's. Mine's is just me chatting and showing things around the apartment. His is a lot more educational, shall I say. Open wire baskets? I don't really want to do open wire baskets. What I want to do instead is just have a lot of this stuff hidden. So I'm trying to make more spaces around the apartment. Oh, this thing has absolutely changed my life. And this is not sponsored, by the way, 100% non-sponsored. I'm just probably the last person in the world to get this stuff. So this is a Swiffer dry mop, I think that's what it's called, dry thingy-majingy. Anyway, I bought it off Amazon. It was like $11. And the really cool thing about this is, look at that. This is his stuff from another time. I don't know where I put that. The really cool thing about this is that it actually captures cat hair really well. And we have so much cat hair. Over there's 3 cats. So to use this and capture all the cat hair really quickly helps a lot. We have a vacuum, but the problem with the vacuum is that because it's corded, it's not as easy for me to just, go around the apartment and just kind of like lazily just move it back and forth. See, like this is like so much easier. And it's super light. It only feels like it's 3 ounces or so. And it captures so much cat hair. Now, this is a little hack that I know some of you guys wouldn't do, but it works for me really well. If you know your place is clean and you just have like cat hair, like you see, like I've captured so much cat hair just in that small little time. Because these cats are constantly shedding fur. Like, that's crazy. Like, no matter how much I was vacuuming, I noticed that these cats are constantly shedding. It's constantly making these little fur bundles all around the place. And the way Swiffer makes money, if you look it up, they use a razor blades model. So what they do is that they sell you on these little sheet thingy-majingies. So what I do is, because this thing is constantly catching hair, like this, I just cleaned it earlier and it has so much hair now. It's actually go in front of a trash can and I actually just scrape off the hair. So I actually grab a fork and I just kind of scrape it down. And it seems like it works. And I know some of you guys are like, really, Erica? Why don't you just use another one? You have no idea how much of these Swiffers I would have to be using. Like, so many of them, just for like one round of cat hair, with the amount of 3 cats. Ooh, wood conditioner on Swiffer. You can condition. I should try that. I've never ever conditioned this floor ever. Like I don't have experience with conditioning floors, so I don't know how people condition floors. That's why some of this stuff, it's like you can see it. It's like, oh, these floors probably need to be conditioned, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But that is what I do. I just grab the fork and then I just scrape it downwards like that. And then whatever extra, I just remove it with my hand. But that is me. That is me, because I don't want to have like so many of these Swiffer pads coming in and out of the apartment. I think it's wasteful too. I mean, it definitely is a convenience item, but I don't want to buy, have to go through like a mini fortune just going through Swiffer pads to take care of 3 cats. Yeah, I don't have a Swiffer wet tread here. I have just the dry one. I really, really love the dry one though. I'm curious to know how long that one sheet will last. And I'm constantly doing this stuff, but the cats are constantly shedding fur. Constantly. I can't believe how much fur these cats shed. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to make dinner and eat my dinner. Finish eating my dinner. So I will talk to you guys later. But I hope all of you guys stay safe. And yeah, let me know in the comment section if you have any idea how I can. Ooh, what is this? Never stopped me from getting the dirt up on the sink. Oh, I might try it actually when I get around to conditioning the floor. But that's like on the bottom of my list right now. But I will chat with you guys probably tomorrow or so. I want to show you guys the shelving that I did. It's really awesome. But it definitely serves a purpose, but I want to get rid of some of the paperwork. Oh, there's so much paperwork over here. So much paperwork in the apartment. Yeah, so much paperwork. Are they eBay knockoff pads for software? There are eBay ones. I know Amazon has their own like generic, even like CVS. A lot of grocery stores have their own generic versions of it. I don't know how well they compare to the Swiffer directly, but I just want to see how long my original Swiffer pad lasts. I'm curious on my own side. And most of the stuff that I'm sweeping up anyway every day is just cat hair. Like I look at it and it's just cat hair, cat hair, cat hair, cat hair. And maybe. No, it's not. No, it's not an ad. I had to buy that Swiffer with no coupon at all. It's just really helpful. Some blogger on the internet said that they keep their place really clean, and they have 3 large dogs because they use that Swiffer, and then they also vacuum. And that Swiffer has been a godsend. I really, really like the Swiffer. I was holding off on buying it for such a long time, but now I'm so happy I bought that Swiffer. And I can't imagine going through. I know there's like the microfiber version of it where it's reusable, or some people use like a homemade version with a towel or old t-shirt. I feel like it works so much better with the actual Swiffer pad because it picks up that fur and locks it in, versus if I had like a broom, which I do have a broom over here, it doesn't have the same effect. And I just like how there's a lot less fur around the place after I got that Swiffer. So easy. They are kind of pricey for what they are. So like I said, my version of it was, I still have the original pad. I've just been scraping the bottom off like lightly with the fur and just putting it in a trash can. I know that's not recommended at all. Some people will be like, oh, just get a new one. But there's just so much fur here. To me, it doesn't make sense for me to go through about 3 to 5 pads a day. Just picking up fur and fur and fur and fur. So I've just been using the same exact one. However, I do want to also share that people have actually rewashed these. The Swiffer wands that you see, the dusters, the Swiffer dusters. There's actually a video on YouTube where someone was washing it with Dawn detergent, and it worked. And when I was in Hawaii, I did use the Swiffer dusters, and I did rewash them and air dry them, and they worked. So I had like I think about 3 of them for months, and the only reason why I stopped doing it is because I just stopped dusting. But other than that, the Swiffer line works really well. I don't like the idea that you constantly have to spend money, so I've been trying to stretch the length of that one Swiffer pad, and this is the same one that I've had. No, this is not. This is not. Um, this is originally the Swiffer one. I can tell because this doesn't have a design on it. The other forks have this little design. This actually came with my eco-friendly, reusable metal bento box kit, and I figured, hey, I'll just put this fork on the side because, well, I can. So this fork always just goes over there, and I will remember. See. But if you have like a lot of dust, that would not be something I would be doing. So if it's like the first time cleaning and you have a lot of dust, you might want to just throw away the first 2 pads. But if you're doing maintenance cleaning, I don't anticipate there being a lot of dust. That's why I feel kind of comfortable just scraping it down. Yeah, I just fork it down. I scrape it and then I just like pull off the cat fur because, well, cat fur is all over the place. I'm not going to be germophobic about the cat fur. I'm stepping in cat fur. There's cat fur on the bed, cat fur in the bathroom, cat fur everywhere with 3 cats around here. So I just pull off the cat fur that's left on the Swiffer, and then I wash my hands, and then I put the fork back over there, and then just go at the same round. It works for my purposes, and like I said, I'm curious to know how long this one original pad will last. But that's not something anybody who was sponsored by Swiffer would say, right? They would say, no, you got to keep reusing a new one, but I don't believe in that. No, that would be like the anti-sponsor. Swiffer makes their money by selling these pads. They get you like the razor blades model. So you buy this one Swiffer, and it seems like, hey, it's so cheap. It's only like 11 or 13 bucks for this plus 10 pads, and I think like 2 wet ones. But when you want to buy this thing, that's how they get you. They'll be like, yeah, you got to keep buying these pads from us over and over and over and over. The other thing too, like this cat fur issue kind of gets me because I see these tumbleweeds of cat fur, and if you guys are like dog or cat owners, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like if you don't sweep for a little bit, you'll start seeing like cat hairs like kind of floating around in a bundle, like in the corners or underneath the couch, or like in like in front of the cables. Like all the cat hair would just be floating around and get stuck over there. It's like, ugh. I had so much cat fur when I was first Swiffering, but now it's less. It's definitely less, but there's still a lot of cat fur because, well, the cats are always shedding. Yep, yep, yep. And it surprises me too because when I vacuum around the place, it captures so much cat fur. I'm like, oh my gosh, this vacuum. I hate vacuuming, to be very honest with you, because when I vacuum, I have to constantly unplug because it's not a wireless one, right? So I have to like go from outlet to outlet to outlet. And even though it's a really light vacuum, I still have to keep unplugging. So this Swiffer, it just seems so carefree and simple just to walk around the apartment and just like, just glide it around. And afterwards, hey, if it gets full, scrape the cat fur off and go at it again. The thing about the Roomba pet, the Roomba vacuum cleaner, I used to have one in Hawaii. But the thing that I don't like about that Roomba is you still have to manually clean it. And then the fur gets stuck inside of it will get stuck inside of the tray, right? So even though it's vacuuming, you still have to manually dump it. I don't see the point to it. It makes so much more sense to just get a Swiffer because the time it takes for a Roomba to do a room, you could go over with the Swiffer like 10 times over or more. I've had bad experiences with Roombas. They're just so slow, and then they clang into the furniture, and then I gotta keep dumping out the dirt. I might as well just vacuum. Vladimir's cat woke him up. This is like a constant battle with the cat fur. That's a thing. A constant battle with the cat fur. I'm so used to the cat fur floating around. I take a dish out and then, I leave it on the counter for a few minutes. Boom, cat hair floats down. It's like, oh. Yep. Yeah. And when you live with 3 cats, especially, you become one with the cat hair. I don't even blink anymore when I see the cat fur. I'm like, oh, cat fur on this, cat fur on that, cat fur everywhere. Talking about cat fur. Look at this guy. This is the source of the cat fur on the couch. The source right there. I'm gonna make dinner, so I will talk to you guys later. Yeah, I gotta make dinner before he comes home. I got like 30 minutes or so. See ya.